Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites, Simon's Travels. Today's either day 31, 32, I don't know. We crossed the date line last night. We went from Sunday to Tuesday. We're time travelers. But welcome back to a very rainy, nasty sea day. Come join us. This weather, it is god awful. Oh my goodness. It is raining, it is windy. There is actually water coming through on the balcony. Just stand out here with flip-flops on. I can't even sit on the balcony today and enjoy it. Whew. We were pre-warned about this yesterday that we were going to be in nasty weather today. We are supposed to be in Tonga tomorrow. Hopefully the weather is much clearer in Tonga tomorrow. But this is definitely an inside sea day for us. Let's get it started. This actually looks immensely better than what we just had. About 5 minutes ago it was raining, and it was raining so hard it had flooded our balcony again, but just the balcony, not the room. The drain is like the next room over, so we get the front of the ship kind of back because we're the very first ship on 7. So not a good pool day. They did cancel the outdoor activity that was officers versus guests pickleball tournament today. Obviously that's not going to happen due to all of this weather. Talks today were very, very good. New Caledonia looks amazing. I didn't do a lot of research on it because, quite honestly, I was unsure if we were going to stop or not. There was rumors that we weren't going to be able to do it due to political reasons, but it looks like the stop is a go. But it looks like there's plenty to do and walk to from the port area. There's also a little train, but I think we've decided against it because it's not a hop-on, hop-off train. It's an hour-and-a-half train ride that will take you to some sites and let you get off for photograph purposes, but I don't know, it was like $60, whereas we can just kind of walk the area on our own. Ooh, that's some nasty looking weather that we've already passed. That must have been the storm. Ooh, look at my hair. Ooh, there we go. But looking good. The talk on James Cook was really, really good. I knew something about him. We lived in Hawaii for 3 months, and where I worked in Hawaii, Kualoa Ranch, did make me spend a day learning about Hawaiian history, because that is part of the culture there at that ranch, is you have to know your Hawaiian history. So I knew a little bit about him. I think it was interesting because he kept talking about how in the Western history books this is how it's taught, but in Hawaiian history books this is how it's taught. There's two different recollections of how the event took place, of how he died. But I didn't realize what a big contribution he was to the world maps. His world map, and he did a lot of like sailing around the world to be a map maker, is pretty accurate. The guy said that why my hair? The guy said that when GPS and all this stuff got invented, it made very minor changes to the maps that this guy did because he was so accurate and so meticulous in how he mapped out the world. But I already knew the entire thing about how he landed in Hawaii. They thought he was Lono, and that Lono was returning, and all of that. That was already all knowledge. But very interesting presentation. They're doing this entire like $50,000 necklace stolen thing for the Great Gatsby. Look at how committed Holland is to this. This is phenomenal. They have set up an entire crime scene to help figure out who done it. For clues. Like, look at this.
Looking at this.
And then over here, they put all the possibilities, all the little suspects on this pole. Got our little evidence case. Our little numbers with all the things. Everyone's really interested in this cigarette. Yeah. And pearls. Props to Holland, and even the Effie manager, he kind of will come out every now and again and be like, don't tamper with the crime scene, like joking along, like figure out who stole the necklace. Like, they're really into it. Props. It is Gatsby night here in the main dining room. We changed our minds and said, let's go. Now, originally we had told our server we weren't coming tonight, but we woke up this morning and said, you know what, let's just go ahead and go. So, but the menu's really, really cutely themed. Check it out. I love how they decorate these menus for these formal nights here. They are just beautiful. Like the theming, and I'm telling you, I don't know what thing about the Great Gatsby, but the theming is amazing. Now, C came down about 8:20 and they let her pre-order her meal for tonight's dinner, but I still gotta pick something out for me. Also, there are a ton of people dressed for the 20s theme tonight. It's actually pretty cool. And due to the bad weather today, part of the special event for Great Gatsby was supposed to take place in the retreat area, which is the top deck outside. They've had to move it inside. So all that decorating they did earlier, some of it's been shifted. So it should be interesting because now they're using the Lido pool and the hydro pool. The hydro pool was closed today. They do close it once a week for deep cleaning, and today was the day it was closed. It was closing at 5 for it, but they've decided they're going to move the event in there. So I don't know if it's going to be open tomorrow night, but we don't have any plans for it tomorrow because tomorrow's Tonga Day, but should be interesting. They definitely had a last minute rain plan. Appetizers have arrived. No shocker. So you went with the shrimp cocktail that you've seen a million times. I went with the chicken consomme, which is just like a nice simple chicken soup with some spinach and orzo pasta. So looks lovely. Side note, our appetizers came out in like 3 minutes. This happened to us the last time it was a formal night. Everything was really, really quick. They pick up the pace on formal night because there's such a big demand on the main dining room, but very quick today. I dig it. All right, entrees have arrived. C just went with the regular New York strip steak, and it comes with fries. And then I went with the lemon shrimp. Not quite what I was expecting, but it does look and smell delicious, and I do love the fact that there's a grilled lemon there, so that's nice. So, still speedy service. It's 5:30. We normally get our appetizers at 5:30, so, and we didn't get dessert tonight, so we can leave when we're done. We've actually already pre-ordered for C's meal for tomorrow, so we are trucking along tonight. I like it. With that, we are going to call it a night here. Dinner was great. It was formal night. It was really quick. We were out in less than an hour, which I know we didn't get dessert, but that is still pretty fast, to be honest with you. Dessert, if we would have gotten dessert, I think we would have been out in probably about the same amount of time, because we sat at the table for a minute just talking and conversing. So dinner was great. Tonight was Great Gatsby night, so I don't know who done it. Because they haven't announced it yet at this moment, and I will tell you, of all the theme nights we have done, this is the only one where I felt like, ooh, we should have brought stuff for it. People came out for this one. Costumes, The ship gave us party favors, things like that. We went up to the crow's nest at the beginning of it, immediately felt underdressed. It had been 2 hours since we had finished dinner, so we didn't want to hang out in our nice clothes to wait on this event. We thought, oh no, like, people won't be super dressed up. We hadn't noticed it for this cruise yet. It was this cruise. This is where it kind of came out. Plus, it got very crowded very quickly. We went down to the speakeasy where it's in the hydro pool. There was not a lot of room to move around. If people stopped to take pictures, it just created a whole big traffic jam. So, nice event. Very beautifully themed. People seem to really be enjoying it, but we not necessarily our type of event. So, it is still going on for about another half an hour. I'm sure we'll hear who did it in the fake story of this Effie jewelry, but... and they were supposed to be raffling things off. I don't know if they ever did or not, because when we went back up there a couple times to kind of see and to figure out the vibe and how loud it was and how many people were there and if there was anywhere to, like, sit and enjoy yourself, and we kept striking out. So people were camped out early for this one. But you know what? I should have expected it. It's a good old murder whodunit mystery. Not a murder, but like a crime mystery, which is a neat concept. I like the concept. It's just, unfortunately, there just wasn't enough room for because it wasn't the Lido pool, it was the hydro pool, and it was crow's nest, so there wasn't enough room to really enjoy everything, to me. Now, I'm sure there are people that loved it, and like I said, we felt underdressed. And tomorrow's also a port stop. We are going to be in Tonga, so we lose an hour tonight, and then, because we are an hour ahead of Tonga, plus we had crossed the date line, so there's that too, but we lose an hour for Tonga. It is calling for rain in Tonga tomorrow, but, I'll tell you this, when we looked at, do we want to cruise around the world or did we want to fly around the world, Tonga was somewhere that we really wanted to go, but it is difficult to get to. There's flights from Auckland, New Zealand, there's flights from Hawaii, and there's not a lot else when I was looking for flights and ways to get around the world and this, that, and the other. So, I'm sure there's more. Like, there's got to be one to Papeete, I would imagine, but I was, and there's one somewhere from the west coast of the United States, but, yeah, it was very difficult, and it was very expensive. The flight from Hawaii was massively expensive. I was kind of surprised, because Hawaii's not that far from Tonga, to be honest with you, but, I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's no further than, Tahiti, I want to say, but, well, it's further than Tahiti, but, yeah, it was kind of expensive. So Tonga, this will probably be our one and only opportunity in our lifetime to make it onto Tonga. So it is very important to us. So if it is raining, Holland gave us an umbrella. They gave us those tent-sized ponchos. I brought my raincoat. We will trudge through the rain. So, you know, we did it kind of in Porto-Limon a little bit, but we will definitely do it in Tonga. So, want to call it a slightly early night for that reason. We definitely want to make sure that we can enjoy Tonga tomorrow. And we're just going to have to see what the weather holds for us. The weather was pretty bad on the ship all day until the tail end of the night. Around 7 o'clock it cleared up and got really nice. But by then, the day was already over. So, tomorrow, Tonga. So, make sure you hit that notification button, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that fun social media stuff. And we will see you again tomorrow for a day in Tonga. Have a good night. Bye.